Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very very normal, I would say, move coming from the so-called collective West, and that is they will not allow Russia to participate in the investigation of their pipeline that was blown up by now if that's not suspicious on top of many other events, I don't know what to tell you guys. This article comes from Sputnik and it's from today, October 5th, 2022. Moscow alarmed by idea of excluding Russia from investigation on Nord Stream. Did you expect anything less than that? I didn't. So I don't know if this is a surprise or just informative article. I think it's just informative because we all expected that. You don't want, how should I put it, the least eyes laid on the pipeline, the better for the perpetrators, if you know what I mean. So the more people involved, the worse, because there you can have people, oh, what is that? Nothing to see here. So Moscow is alarmed by the statements of Denmark and Sweden. They are active participants. I can feel that. Why? That's in their economic territory, economic influence zones, where they are the ones monitoring the area where that occurred. And remember, Denmark participated and facilitated NSA, wasn't that? In 2022, 21 and in 2012, I think, to have access to the European, how should I put it, intelligence infrastructure to tap in certain phones, including Angela Merkel, then the Chancellor of Germany. It was through Denmark. So Denmark is right there, like Poland. They're just bridgeheads in Europe for the United States. Well, it is what it is, right? So let's see what other things they have to say here. So, by the statements of Denmark and Sweden about the exclusion of Russia from the investigation. Why? Of the situation of the incident of the Nord Stream gas pipeline, the participation of the Russia should be mandatory, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Wednesday. I would think so. They want, the Americans will be over there, and I don't understand why. If it's under your jurisdiction, then it's your responsibility to provide that and provide maybe the safety and monitoring of the situation. So why did that occur? Oh, you are not supposed to provide safety, but all of a sudden you're the one responsible for the area. And I'm quoting, so far from the press conferences that were held in Denmark and Sweden, we have heard such alarming statements that any cooperation with the Russian side is excluded. We will certainly wait for some clarifications on this. We believe, of course, that the participation of Russia in the inspection of damaged sites and in the investigation of what happened should be mandatory. End quote. I concur. I agree with this guy. Peskov told reporters commenting on whether the ban of the Swedish Coast Guard on the movement of ships within a radius of 5 nautical miles from the accident on the pipeline will mean that the zone will be put off reach for Gazprom and its contractors. They said yes, they will not. They will have about access, the contractors, the owners of the pipelines, and the guys who are facilitating the whole transaction, they will be allowed in 30 days or something like that. I read an article. 30 days or 20 days, you know what it is? In 20 days you can do a lot of stuff with there. And why 20 days? Why are they preventing others or us to see what is over there? Don't touch, just see. Why? I tell you why. Because they will come with different conclusions, and you're gonna have the same statement. Oh, it was them. It's unbelievable. I mean, it is believable, but in the meanwhile, Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Vershinin stressed that Moscow demands an international investigation into the rupture. I think that's the way it should be. International investigation. It is clear that, and I'm quoting, that no decisions were made, but a general opinion was voiced that it was a sabotage and that an investigation was needed. We support this. There should really be an investigation, certainly with the participation of Russia. It is important to involve Germany in this investigation. Yeah, Vershinin said at a press conference organized by the Rossiya Segodinya International Media Group. Nord Stream 1 and 2 suffered fuel leaks and blah blah blah. Well, now they will keep you away. You will not be allowed. I am 99% certain. Why? Because if if you think that it was the Russians, you would allow them to be over there and at least observe and tell them, see, mofo. But the problem is they don't want to do that. They just want to conduct their secretive investigation. The conclusion, we already know it. The determination has been made before they were blown up. And Russia would be not only the minor suspect in this, and I call minor because there are other countries with more interest in having that pipeline being blown up than Russia. Why would Russia want to shoot itself in the foot with that? That always could have been kept as a bargain token. All right, we have this. You need gas? Just open the pipes. Now, no more. There's no more. They're out from the shelf. Who took them off the shelf? Who would benefit the most? Germany? No, because Germany is going to need gas. And there were some voices that would say, well, how about we open Nord Stream 2? Remember those Bundestag parties, the opposition parties, like 3 or so? They said, well, we can open Nord Stream 2 if there's a problem with Nord Stream 1 not pumping gas and because of the turbines and the maintenance situation. Well, everybody was like, what the are you talking about? So Germany could always revert to Nord Stream 2 if Nord Stream 1 was a little mechanical problem or technical problem. Yeah, you can say, well, the Russians maneuver them towards that. However, you want to look at it, that could have been turned on at a second and supply German people, not the chancellery, German people with gas. In an emergency, in anything. Right now, no more. But guess who's going to help? The ones who are not involved whatsoever in this war, the ones who are not suspects on this sabotage hit, and that is the United States of America. They will provide LNG, liquefied natural gas, at extra cost, premium money, but it's just a coincidence, and they're eager to do it, and they call it help. It's like that analogy, the story that I sometimes tell, when you have a guy coming at your house, getting in front of your front door, taking his pants down, taking a little poop in front of your house, then, knock at your door, you open the door, he says, excuse me, Mr. Kosman, yes, do you have some paper? I have to wipe my ass after I took a poop in front of your house, right in front of your entrance. And say, okay, let me get it for you. So that's, that's the way it is here. I do this, I maneuver them over there, I take the poop right there, and then I say, I can come and help. I'm gonna help clean up the mess I did, or I'm part of it, or I'm partly responsible. It's never really the bully's fault, because he's a bully. He's a bully, he could have been put in place, but how and who should put a bully in its place, in his place or her place? Actions from the victims or the people that are there. So without Germany's growing some balls or attach the balls with, I don't know, some duct tape or something, attach some balls from someone who has more than needed, then Germany will not say, will say, okay. That's what Germany will do, and has been doing this since 1945. It's time for you guys to wake up, smack, and pass this period of prior puberty and become again, you know what I mean. It's unbelievable. So it's up to these guys in Europe to say at one point, you know what, we're sick of these guys doing whatever they want with our foreign policy, with our economies, with everything, our people. But it's not going to happen because money and power. They like it. So why would they do it? Because they're supported. They know exactly what's going on. Weasels, 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 welcome to democracy. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.